In the corrective RAG episode, we bolted a critic onto the outside of a RAG pipeline, an external evaluator that grades retrieval before the model sees it. Self-RAG asks a different, more ambitious question. What if the model itself learned to do that? Not a separate grader you attach, but a language model trained to decide when to retrieve, to judge whether what it retrieved is relevant, and to check whether its own sentences are actually supported by the sources, all from the inside, as part of generating. That is self-RAG, and the mechanism is genuinely clever. The model emits special reflection tokens as it works, little structured judgments woven into the output that say things like retrieve now, or this passage is relevant, or my last sentence is fully supported by it. It is self-reflection turned into vocabulary the model can speak. And it fixes to flaws that plain RAG never addresses. It retrieves only when it needs to instead of always, and it verifies its own output against the evidence instead of trusting itself. But there is a catch that sits at the center of everything, and I will not bury it. Self-RAG requires a specially trained model. You cannot bolt it onto an off-the-shelf model the way you can corrective RAG. That single fact decides when it is the right tool and when it is not. 9 concepts: the reflection tokens, the self-critique, the controllability that nobody talks about, and the honest cost of needing your own trained model. Standard RAG has 2 blind spots, and self-RAG is aimed squarely at both. The first, it always retrieves. Every query triggers a search, whether the question needs external knowledge or not. Ask it what is the capital of France, a fact any decent model knows cold, and standard RAG still runs a retrieval, stuffs some chunks in, and now the model's clean internal answer is competing with, and sometimes corrupted by, irrelevant retrieved text. Retrieval is not free and it is not always helpful. Forcing it on every query wastes latency and can actively make good answers worse by burying them in noise. The second, deeper flaw, standard RAG never checks whether its own output is actually grounded in what it retrieved. It hands the model some passages, the model writes an answer, and nothing verifies that the answer follows from the passages. The model can, and constantly does, retrieve perfectly good documents and then write a sentence that those documents do not support, blending real retrieved facts with confident invention, and no part of the pipeline notices. So you have 2 failures, retrieving when you should not, and generating claims the sources do not back. Corrective RAG addressed the retrieval quality side with an external grader. Self-RAG goes further and addresses both, the when of retrieval and the grounding of generation, by teaching the model to interrogate itself at every step. The price of going further, as we will see, is that you have to train the model to do it. But the ambition is real, a model that knows when it needs to look something up, and knows whether it is telling the truth about what it found. Let's get into it. First, judgment baked in, not bolted on. Here is the central move, and it is elegant once it clicks. A normal language model has a vocabulary of ordinary tokens, words and word pieces. Self-RAG extends that vocabulary with special reflection tokens, extra symbols the model can emit that are not words in the answer, but structured judgments about the process. So as the model generates, it can output a token that means retrieve now, or a token that means the passage I just pulled is relevant, or a token that means the sentence I just wrote is fully supported by the evidence. The model literally speaks its self-assessment as part of its output stream. And crucially, this is not a prompt trick. You cannot get this reliably by just asking a normal model, please tell me if you're sure. It is trained behavior. The model is fine-tuned on a corpus where these reflection tokens have been inserted at the right places, so it learns to produce them as naturally as it produces words, and it learns to condition its next step on them. If it emits relevant, it uses the passage. If it emits irrelevant, it does not. That is the difference between self-RAG and corrective RAG in one sentence. corrective RAG puts the critic outside the model as a separate component. Self-RAG puts the critic inside the model as learned behavior. Both are trying to insert judgment into RAG. One attaches it. The other grows it. And growing it is more powerful and more integrated. The model can reflect mid-sentence on its own generations in a way an external grader cannot. But it means you are no longer configuring a pipeline. You are training a model. Hold that trade-off. It guns the whole technique. Number 2. The 4 judgments, the actual vocabulary. There are 4 kinds of reflection token, and knowing them cold is what proves you actually understand self-RAG rather than the headline. The first is retrieve. Before or during generation, the model decides, do I need to look something up here? It can answer yes, no, or continue using what I have. This is the token that gives self-RAG its adaptive retrieval. Retrieval happens on demand, driven by the model's own sense of when it lacks knowledge, not on a blind every query schedule. The other 3 judge retrieved passages and the model's own output. Is relevant. Given a passage the retriever returned, is it actually relevant to the question? If not, the model discards it, an internal version of corrective RAG's grader. Is supported. This is the anti-hallucination token, and the most important one. After the model writes a statement, it judges whether that statement is fully supported, partially supported, or not supported by the passage it is citing. That is a grounding check on the model's own claims from the inside. And is useful, independent of grounding. Is this response actually a useful answer to the question on a graded scale? A response can be perfectly grounded and still unhelpful, and this token catches that. So the 4 together form a complete self-audit. Do I need to retrieve? Is what I retrieved relevant? Is what I said supported by it? And is my answer useful? Standard RAG asks none of these. Self-RAG asks all 4, in its own voice, as it generates, because it was trained to. Third, retrieve only when you actually need to. Let us dwell on the retrieve token, because it fixes the first flaw and it is more subtle than it looks. Standard RAG retrieves on every query, unconditionally. Self-RAG retrieves only when the model judges it needs to, and it can make that judgment repeatedly, mid-generation, not just once at the start. Consider a multi-part answer. The model might answer the first clause from its own parametric knowledge, hit a point where it needs a specific figure, emit a retrieve token there, pull a passage for just that fact, and then continue. Retrieval becomes a tool the model reaches for at the moment of need, rather than a mandatory prefix to every response. The benefits are real. Questions the model already knows skip retrieval entirely, faster, cheaper, and no risk of good internal knowledge being drowned by irrelevant chunks. And when retrieval does fire, it is targeted at the specific gap, so the retrieved context is more focused. But here is the honest tension, and it is the mirror image of a problem from the adaptive RAG episode. The model is now deciding when it does not know something, and models are famously bad at knowing what they do not know. A model that is confidently wrong will not emit a retrieve token, because it does not feel uncertain. It will sail ahead on its bad parametric memory and never look anything up. So adaptive retrieval trades the waste of always retrieving for the risk of sometimes not retrieving when it should. Training helps calibrate this, and you can bias it, as we will see. You can turn a knob to make the model retrieve more eagerly. But the fundamental limit stands. A system that retrieves based on felt uncertainty inherits the model's blind spots about its own ignorance. Number 4. The grounding check that catches its own lies. The is-supported token is the heart of self-RAG's value, so let us take it seriously. The failure it targets is the most insidious one in all of RAG. The model retrieves genuinely relevant, correct passages, and then writes an answer that goes beyond what those passages say, adding a detail, a number, a causal claim that sounds right and is not in the source. This is hallucination wearing the costume of grounded RAG, and it is nearly impossible to catch by eye because the surrounding sentences are supported, so the whole thing reads as sourced. Self-RAG attacks this by having the model, after generating a segment, emit a judgment. Is what I just said fully supported by the passage, partially supported, or not supported at all? And because this is trained behavior tied to the actual retrieved text, it is a real grounding signal, not a vibe. The payoff is large. You can surface the is-supported verdicts to filter or flag ungrounded claims, and you get something close to sentence-level attribution, which sentences rest on which passages, and how firmly. For any application where a wrong claim is expensive, that is gold. Now the honest limits, because they matter. The model is grading itself, and a model that hallucinates a claim can also misjudge that the claim is supported. The self-critique is trained and good, but it is not an independent oracle. It shares some of the same blind spots as the generation it is checking. And partial support is a genuinely hard, fuzzy call even for humans. So is supported dramatically reduces ungrounded generation and gives you a handle to catch it. It does not eliminate it. That is the honest framing for every one of these techniques. They move the needle on hallucination a long way. None of them close the gap to zero. Number 5. It is not one shot, it is generate, critique, select. At inference, Self-RAG does not just stream one answer, it runs a small search over candidates, and understanding this explains both its quality and its cost. When the model emits a retrieve token, the retriever returns several passages, not one. Self-RAG then generates a candidate continuation for each passage in parallel, and for each candidate it also produces the reflection tokens. Is this passage relevant? Is my statement supported by it? Is the result useful? Now it has several candidate segments, each with a little scorecard of reflection token judgments attached. It combines those judgments into a score and selects the best segment, effectively a beam search at the segment level, weighted by the reflection tokens. Then it moves to the next segment and does it again. So the final answer is assembled from the best scoring, best grounded pieces across multiple retrieved passages, rather than being locked into whatever the first retrieval returned. That is a genuine quality win. The model is not stuck with a bad passage, because it evaluated several and kept the one its own critique liked best. But look at what it costs. For each retrieval step you are generating multiple candidates and scoring each, that is several times the computation of a single pass generation. Self-RAG is heavier at inference than plain RAG, and meaningfully heavier than a lightweight external grader like corrective RAGs, which grades once and moves on. You are buying better grounding and selection with more forward passes. Whether that trade is worth it depends entirely on how much a wrong or ungrounded answer costs you, the same question that guns every technique in this series. On to number 6. The feature nobody mentions, a dial at inference. Here is the part of Self-RAG that rarely makes the summaries and genuinely should, because it is a real advantage over both standard RAG and the external grader approach. Because the reflection tokens are part of the model's output and have probabilities, you can weight them at inference time to steer the model's behavior without retraining anything. Want maximum grounding? A system that only says what the sources firmly support and cites heavily, for a medical or legal setting? Turn up the weight on is supported during the candidate selection, and the model becomes conservative and citation-bound. Want more fluent, comprehensive answers that lean more on the model's own knowledge and retrieve less aggressively, for a creative or exploratory setting? Turn that weight down and turn up utility. You are trading precision against recall and fluency with a soft knob, at request time, per use case, on the same model. Think about how unusual that is. Normally, changing how conservative or how grounded a model behaves means a new prompt at best or a new fine-tune at worst. Self-RAG exposes it as a set of continuous parameters you can set differently for different traffic. That is a legitimately powerful operational property, one deployed model that can be tuned soft real-time from cautious and sighted to fluent and free. It is also, honestly, one of the stronger arguments for paying the training cost. You are not just buying self-reflection, you are buying a controllable model whose grounding versus fluency balance is a dial rather than a rebuild. Few techniques give you that. 7. You have to train the model. That changes everything. Now the cost that guns whether you can use self-RAG at all, and it is not latency or money, it is that you need a model that has been trained to emit reflection tokens. This is categorically different from corrective RAG, which you wrap around any model and any pipeline as a bolt-on. Self-RAG is not a bolt-on. Someone has to have trained the model. Concretely, that means the released self-RAG models, which are open Llama-based checkpoints, or training your own. You cannot make a proprietary API model behave this way, because you cannot fine-tune its vocabulary and you cannot add tokens to a model you only reach through an API. So step 1 is, are you willing and able to run and possibly fine-tune an open model? If the answer is no, if you are committed to a frontier API model, then self-RAG is simply off the table for you, and corrective RAG or adaptive RAG, which work with any model, are your options. And training itself is non-trivial. The original approach uses a separate critic model to label a large corpus with reflection tokens, then trains the generator on that augmented data, a real pipeline with real cost, and the quality of your self-RAG model is bounded by the quality of that labeling. There is also a subtler risk. A model fine-tuned heavily for this behavior on particular data can be less general than the base model it came from, so you may trade some broad capability for the reflection skill. None of this is a reason to dismiss self-RAG. The released models exist and work, and for a team that owns its model stack, the payoff is real. It is a reason to be clear-eyed that the entry ticket is model ownership, and that ticket is the single biggest fact about the technique. Almost there. Number 8. Where it sits, and how to choose. Let us place self-RAG against its cousins so the choice is clean, because in an interview the comparison is the whole point. Standard RAG, always retrieve, never self-check, the baseline. Corrective RAG, an external grader fixes retrieval after the fact, bolt-on, works with any model, the pragmatic choice when you cannot touch the model. Adaptive RAG, a router upfront decides how much retrieval a query needs, also external, also model agnostic. Self-RAG, the judgment is trained into the model, adaptive retrieval and self-critique and controllability, all internal, at the price of needing a trained model. So the decision tree is actually simple. Do you control your model? Can you run and fine-tune an open one? If no, self-RAG is out, use corrective or adaptive, which wrap around anything. If yes, then, do you need tight grounding and per-request control over the precision-fluency trade-off, the kind of thing that matters in regulated or high-stakes domains? If yes, self-RAG's trained in reflection and its controllability dial are genuinely worth the training cost. If you just need to catch occasional bad retrieval on a mostly good corpus, an external grader is far less effort for most of the benefit. And notice they are not mutually exclusive in spirit. The ideas compose. You could route with adaptive style logic, and a self-RAG model brings its own grading so it needs less external correction. The interviewing framing, corrective and adaptive are things you add to a model. Self-RAG is something the model is. That one line shows you understand the axis they differ on. And the last one. What they are actually testing. When self-RAG comes up, The interviewer wants to know if you understand the fundamental difference between it and the bolt-on techniques, and whether you are honest about the entry cost. Lead with the mechanism. SelfRag trains the model to emit reflection tokens, retrieve, is relevant, is supported, is useful, so it decides when to retrieve and checks whether its own output is grounded, all from the inside. That one sentence, with the 4 tokens named, proves you actually know it. Then the key distinction, said plainly, corrective and adaptive RAG are external components you add to any model. SelfRag is behavior trained into the model, which is why it needs a trained model and cannot run on a closed API. That contrast is the thing they are probing. Then show depth on the 2 wins, adaptive retrieval, so it skips retrieval when it already knows the answer, and is supported, a grounding check on its own claims that gives you near sentence level attribution. Then volunteer the honest limits, because that is the senior move. The self-critique shares the model's blind spots. A model that hallucinates a claim can misjudge it as supported. Adaptive retrieval inherits the model's poor sense of what it does not know, and inference is heavier because it generates and scores multiple candidates. And close on judgment, I would reach for SelfRag only if I own my model stack and grounding is high stakes enough to justify training, and I would love its controllability, the ability to dial grounding versus fluency per request without retraining. Otherwise, I would use an external grader. Naming the reflection tokens gets you in the door. Knowing that the entry ticket is model ownership, and that the self-critique is not an independent oracle, is what gets you the offer. Let us tie it together. Corrective RAG bolts a critic onto the outside. SelfRag trains the critic into the model. It does that with reflection tokens, special symbols the model learns to emit, retrieve, to decide when it needs to look something up, is relevant, to judge the passage, is supported, to check whether its own sentence is actually grounded in that passage, and is useful, to judge the answer. Those 4 fix the 2 flaws plain RAG never touches, retrieving when it should not, and generating claims the sources do not back. At inference, it generates several candidates across retrieved passages and selects the best by its own reflection scores, which is a quality win and a compute cost. Its underrated gift is controllability. Because the tokens have probabilities, you can dial grounding versus fluency at request time on one model with no retraining. And the fact that guns everything, SelfRag needs a trained model, so it is off the table on a closed API, and its entry ticket is owning your model stack. The self-critique is powerful but not an independent oracle. It shares the model's blind spots and reduces hallucination without erasing it. So, corrective and adaptive are things you add to a model. SelfRag is something the model becomes. Choose it when you own the model, and grounding is worth the training. Next in the family, adaptive RAG. Subscribe.